I'm here with Kenya. We've just witnessed Arsenal go away from home in the Champions League, their first game in the Champions League, game 2025-26, 2-0 win. Kenya, your thoughts on the game?
It wasn't the most scintillating game, was it? But it's 3 points. It's a 2-0 win away from home against, I don't know, well, we were arguing on the stream about what type of quality Athletic Bilbao are, no offence to them, but it's a good
Brentford
win.
in disguise.
I think that's a bit kind of
Yeah, I think so as well.
I mean, we saw a subpar Brentford who missing their captain. You know, we had their captain nicked, their two best players nicked, the goalkeeper nicked. Who else missed? Manager nicked. Get a 2-2 draw against Chelsea, Club World Cup champions, mate. That's what Matisse is always saying to me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas tonight, not being funny, Athletic Bilbao, yeah, they did really well in terms of winning the ball off us, really disrupting how we played, but in front of goal, very toothless. And
yeah, I think they missed Nico Williams a whole lot
Yeah.
because from what I saw today, they didn't look very good going forward at all. I mean, they did press, they were structured and organised, and they did put the effort in, but I've got to be honest, quality-wise, I never felt like they were going to score at all.
Yeah, no, I felt very comfortable. It was just more of, are we going to score? My like reservations in the game was never about, are we going to concede? It was always just, when are we going to score? Because look at the quality on the pitch that we had. Some players, Declan Rice was essentially rested against Forest. Didn't really have his brightest game today, if I'm being honest, but did really well to help with the first goal. Basically, is the person that passed it into Trossard, who ends up assisting the goal with Martinelli scoring it. But no, it's two goals by two people that I think almost the whole Arsenal fan base wouldn't have expected to have scored, considering Trossard's not really had any game time, and Martinelli, he's just not been anywhere near it, especially even in pre-season. But we take it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what did you put that first half performance down to? Because we've just come off what I was saying was our best performance of the season. You're expecting to turn up today and at least get a performance. And in the first half, we were strangely not at it. What do you put that down to?
Do you know what? I don't even know. I was kind of confused as well. I was looking at the midfield like, okay, first of all, I already said to you, we did a show on LO Sports TV, shout out. And, you know, we were talking about some of the changes that we might make. I was like, right, this is essentially one of the strongest teams we could field. The only difference is there's no Odegaard or Ethan in there, Mikel Merino's in there, but we're talking about someone who's, you know, I thought played well against Forest, if I'm being honest. And I just looked at it and I was like, yo, this midfield especially, taking Mikel Merino out because I thought he was actually all right. I thought Zubimendi and Rice didn't really show their best colours of themselves today. Rice getting an early yellow, which in my opinion I thought was deserved.
And that's always going to affect a midfield player, especially a guy that plays with him where there's a lot of energy, a lot of tackling. When you find yourself getting booked so early in the game, it can affect your performance.
Yeah, no, it can. And I think at times it did for sure. Like where you'd probably see Rice going for an interception, he kind of just pulled out a bit. Especially right at the end, I think they kind of had a chance where one of their players on the far end, you could tell Rice usually would be going straight over. He didn't. He kind of just sat back a bit because he knew. Yeah, he was a bit more hesitant. But in the end, none of that cost us. I mean, Zubimendi got a yellow as well. Madueke, I don't understand why Madueke got a yellow. I thought the ref was having a bit of a, bit of a strange game, if I'm being honest.
I said on the commentary, I said, always be careful of a referee that's got too much hair gel. Because what that means is he loves the attention. It's all about him. No, I honestly, sometimes you look at referees and they're all like prettied up and I think, is this going to be all about him today? But anyway, let's put that's jokes aside. Man of the match, who would you say? Because there wouldn't have been a whole lot of contenders, I would have thought.
Yeah, I would say obviously you got the two goal scorers, Martinelli and Trossard. I think both obviously made an instant impact. I probably would have to give it Martinelli because literally first touch is the goal essentially. But I also want to shout out Mascara. I just thought he was fantastic again. Comes in for William Saliba. They did have a lot of chances where they were running towards goal, cleared that, looked so comfortable. And I was saying to Ryan, I was like, how have we got this guy for 13 mil? This is another game, Forest, Liverpool, another big test. I'm assuming this is his Champions League debut as well. Champions League debut looks so calm, so comfortable. Like,
do you think Saliba's looking at it and thinking, "Ooh, man, I might not get back in"?
I don't think so, but he should be. He should think like. Concerned. I think it's actually good to have these type of players in because now someone like maybe a Saliba who's had no competition ever since joining Arsenal, and you know what, fair enough because he's, in my opinion, world class player. Same with Saka. Maybe now they need to think like, raw man, this guy's hot on my heels. what else can I bring on my game? And there's that healthy level of competition to make those players grow even more, which I'm happy with. And also it means we don't have to flog Saliba to death in these games, potentially. We can say, right, you're playing Man City, Mascara's playing Athletic Bilbao. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm a big believer in competition for places. Not only does it bring out the best in for the players concerned, but for a team that's, supposedly challenging for trophies, it gives the manager difficult decisions to make, and it raises a level because you know that whoever you bring in, there's not going to be a drop off in level. So,
no, I agree.
But to go back to the man of the match, I've got a suggestion. It could be Martinelli, it could be Trossard. But I'm going to give an honourable mention to the Bilbao goalkeeper because he threw two in. How does he keep Raya out the Spanish team?
I know, man. Well, it's so funny because me and Ryan were chatting about this, and I was like, I think you guys were talking about Jordan Pickford or whatever, and I was like, sometimes, you know what, these goalkeepers, getting a big move for a goalkeeper is not the same as a big move for an outfield player. And you look at it like, I mean, David Raya didn't really have anything to do. Not being funny, neither did Unai Simon. He had them too. Yeah. He had them. Other than that, Victor Gyökeres, he should have maybe got 2 on target. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were quite wasteful in front of goal as well. And then when he was called upon, nothing.
The only 2 saves he was required to make, he bodged them up. I mean, not being funny, the goal that Martinelli scored, had he not have scored that, we would have been criticising him saying, you're through on goal, you've kicked it straight to the keeper. And then the second one, he's flapped it in.
He just pushed it onto the post. Yeah.
But you know what? Shout out to the team.
Yeah.
They've gone away from home. First game in the Champions League. They've won 2-0. They've not conceded. So, it's all on Sunday now. Man City, you confident?
Yes. They've got to play Napoli, which is harder opposition than Athletic Bilbao. We're talking about a team that just won the league, got Kevin De Bruyne, Scott McTominay. So, I'm feeling quite confident for that Man City game. Although we
will have to raise our levels, because we weren't good today.
We'll definitely have to raise our levels. But if I'm being honest, I don't think they were that amazing against Man United. I thought Man United were just dreadful, if I'm being real. But of course, we know their quality. We just got to raise the levels for that, and hopefully we win that as well.
Okay, Kenyah, well said. Thank you very much.